Greetings and salutations. I trust I find you all well. What is the biggest simulation program that is keeping this realm in a dense frequency? It's very simple. The biggest by far simulation programming is the adrenochrome reptilian food program. I'm going to repeat that. The adrenochrome reptilian food program. Many of you who are watching this are familiar with the adrenochrome satanic rituals that are often performed by the so-called elites in Hollywood, where they sacrifice children and other beings and consume their flesh and blood. Many of you who are criticizing these elites for doing this have no idea that you are doing exactly the same thing. You are performing the exact same ritual. If you are consuming animals, if you are consuming any animal that has got blood and flesh, just like a human being, you are consuming adrenochrome. You are participating in the adrenochrome spell, in the adrenochrome ritual, which is keeping the vibrational frequency of this realm in low frequency. It's really that simple. Now, I know many of you watching are triggered right now. You've been triggered into cognitive dissonance. Your programming, I know this for a fact, your programming is making you reach for that comment section where you're about to tell me about how we should be eating animals, or how it doesn't matter if you eat blood and flesh or not, or how you can just transmute blood and flesh. If that is your argument, the elites who eat children can use the same argument. There is no difference. And again, before you come at me with your simulated comments or your simulated regurgitated responses or reactions, which are always the same. We are carnivores. We are meant to be eating animals. What about the plants that also have sentient feelings? First of all, a carrot and a cat, or a carrot and a cow, or a carrot and a pig cannot be compared. Why? A carrot does not have a penis. A male carrot does not have a penis and testicles that produces semen. A male carrot does not have the sentient consciousness to make love physically to a female carrot and inseminate its semen into the female carrot. A female carrot does not have ovaries that can receive the semen of the male carrot and impregnate itself. It does not have a womb that incubates spirit molecules and create a being that is then birthed out of the vagina of the carrot. You've got to wake the fuck up. You need to transcend the simulation. Wake up. Don't come at me with your, what about the carrots and the lettuce and the potatoes? Do not compare a carrot and a potato to a dog or a cow or a pig or a human. Totally different entities. Now, some of you will come with genuine arguments and say, well, I've tried going plant-based. I've tried eating plants and it makes me ill. Of course it makes you ill. You're detoxing generations, years of poison. You've got a detox. You've got parasites, reptilian parasites in your gut. Second of all, yes, of course, if you consume adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is petrified neuromelanin. Beings that have blood and DMT that produce DMT, like animals and humans, we share that in common. We produce DMT, spirit molecule. We have pineal glands. Carrots don't have pineal glands. Lettuce does not have pineal glands. Fruits do not have pineal glands. Humans and animals do. We share that in common. We produce spirit molecules, neuromelanin. No animal dies smiling and laughing and wanting to die. Everything that has got conscious feelings, when it dies, when it's killed particularly, against its will, releases petrified neuromelanin, known as adrenochrome, which transduces into the flesh, into the blood. So when you're eating that meat or those animal products, you're eating petrified spirit molecules, demons. You're eating the soul of another entity. You're a cannibal. And yes, I agree. Eating meat can have benefits physically. It will amplify your carnal body. Your physical carnal body will get stronger. Yes, that's possible. But let me tell you what's also happening. Your etheric body, your macabre, your spiritual body is capitulating. You're condemning yourself to eternal death spiritually to gain temporary life. This is what the elites are doing. They're stuck in the temporal time. And they want everyone stuck in temporal time. They don't want people to transcend the carnal, the limited carnal space. Hence, they've got us all addicted to adrenochrome, to meat, to dairy, to all these. Guys, I'm telling you now, listen to me. If you want to hold that 432 frequency, that love vibration, you cannot hold that vibration if you've got adrenochrome flowing through your blood. If you are consuming death, if you are cannibalizing other sentient beings, it's very simple. If it came out of a vagina, do not eat it. If it was incubated in the womb, in a feminine womb, do not consume it. Do not eat it. It's really that simple. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, the time for playing games is over. The time for playing games is over. It's time for the revelation, the truth, the apocalypse. I'm not perfect. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I have my own demons to battle. But I can tell you this. The demon of eating flesh, of killing, of being involved in that blood ritual, at this stage in the game is unforgivable. When you have heard the good news, if you do it in ignorance, that's okay. You didn't know any better. You were asleep. If you have come across this information, and you are still holding on to the cognitive dissonance, if your parasites are overriding your spiritual conscience, you are condemning yourself to eternal damnation. Facts. Don't you dare. If you are eating animals, if you're eating the flesh and blood and pus, don't you dare criticize the elites for their satanic adrenochrome rituals that they do on other beings, human or otherwise. You are doing exactly the same. Don't be a hypocrite. If you want temporary gains, eat all the blood in the world, eat all the flesh, kill all the animals you need to kill. Enjoy that meat and that adrenochrome. Enjoy it. But I'm telling you now, your memories will not be given to you. You will not have access to your memories. You will not have access to your etheric body. You will be recycled back into this tomb over and over again. No animal wants to die. There's no cow or pig or dog or cat or monkey or human that wants to be killed and eaten. Wake up. Wake up. 144. Time. Emit 432. 144 time. Emit 432. 144 time. Emit 432. It has been decreed. The Anunnaki Council has given notice to the gatekeepers of this realm, the Khazarian Mafia, the Khazarian Cabal. Even they've been told they've got to end the death cult, or else. Everyone's saying, oh, the vegan agenda. Do you think they want to be vegan? Do you think they want to stop killing animals? They've been told. They've been instructed. This one decree must end, effective immediately. No more spilling of blood. They don't care what you eat. The Anunnaki Council has made it very clear. We don't care what you program your sheep to eat, as long as it's no more blood and flesh. No more souls. We can't have souls eating other souls. This must end now. We can't have the exploitation of the divine feminine energy. Dairy and cheese is made through the rape of cows. In the age of information, ignorance is a choice. When you're eating, I'm telling you now, people, you've heard it from me. And I'm not the first to say this. I'm just a messenger. Don't get angry at me. I'm just a receiver of memories. I'm here to pass on the message. I was a heavy meat eater for the first 32 years of my life. I persecuted meat eaters, vegans, or anyone who spoke against consuming flesh and blood. I know what it's like. I parroted the same programmed responses, the same simulation, reaction, the same cognitive dissonance. I've been on that side of the fence. So those of you who are boiling right now, those of you who are angry at me, those of you who want to give me a piece of your mind, which is really the hive mind, there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't thought of or haven't said before in my sleep state. Because it's the same programming. It's time to transcend. The trance must end. We're going to lift the roof off of this. This is it. This is it. This is it. Step number one. Step number one. If you truly, truly want to liberate yourself and this realm, if you truly feel you are one of the 144 who are here to transcend, to end the trance of time for yourself and for everybody else, and you're consuming animal products, you're participating in the death and rape of other beings, take a long, hard look in the mirror. Before you do anything, transcend that reptilian, parasite, simulation programming that is addicted to adrenochrome, that is perpetuating the spilling of blood and death. I'm just a messenger. I'm a receiver of memories, and I'm transmitting these memories to you. I've seen many of you who were on the path recently, backsliding, being drawn back to meat. The simulation is drawing you back into a trance. This is a spiritual war. We are at war. You can have all the knowledge and all in the information in the world. Read all the books. If you're not doing the alchemy, if you're not physically practicing the alchemy, you're wasting your time. Accept that you are part of the problem. At least you're honest. The elites, so-called elites in Hollywood, at least they are honest. They don't pretend to be anything that they're not. They know they're demonic. And they openly show it through their signs and symbols and sigils and behaviors. You are worse of a demon if you're hypocritical, pretending to be all spiritual, love and light, and yet you're consuming the flesh and blood and participating in the death and rape of other sentient beings. I'm going to say this once again. There is a difference between a fruit, a mango, and a dog. Biologically, spiritually, physiologically, intellectually, on so many levels. You and your dog are more closely related than you and that mango on that tree. Isn't that common sense? Wake up. Time 144, emit 432. Time 144, emit 432. Time 144, emit 432. This ends. This ends this time. I am not coming back to do this again. This is my last time. I am done fighting the spiritual war. This is it. This time we win.
Most people spend their entire lives searching for God in books, churches, mosques, temples, anywhere outside of themselves. But what if I told you that you are God? In quality, but not quantity, of course. Now, when I say you, I obviously don't mean your physical body, but the energy within, your soul, your spirit, your consciousness. You are the drop of living waters in the ocean of life. Even now, as you are, God moves through you, flowing in your blood, streaming the currency of life into the world you are experiencing. We are all co-authors of the illusion that is at play, weaving our dreams into complex webs of thoughts and emotions that catch our imagination, projecting the images that we mirror on one another. Life becomes so much easier when we realize we are all different spectrums of light from the same source. Some lights may shine brighter than others, but the source of light is always the same. In my eyes, your eyes, even in the eyes of the smallest bird or animal, in every eye that looks out into the world, the light of God is projecting out from within. There is no need to go searching for God. Just look within, and therein lies the secret, hidden in plain sight. From time to time, we may forget God and get lost in the illusion of time itself. In such moments, remind yourself to pray. Give yourself a moment. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes and see the darkness. Be still and feel the silence. Listen to that mysterious silent noise, humming and ringing from ear to ear. There. Right there. The space between. That is where God is. You see, God's throne in heaven is not far away from you, quite the opposite. God's throne in heaven is whatever you think it is, in your head. All is mind. And as the script unfolds, projecting from the all-seeing eye of your mind, it will slowly become crystal clear Christ is within you. And if you really want to know God, look. Just look. Look into your eyes or the eyes of another, and that is what God looks like. When you hear a stream, a waterfall, the oceans or trees swaying in the wind, that is what God sounds like. The fragrant sense of nature, a flower or a tree, that is the smell of God. The nectar of an apple, a berry, or any fruit of Mother Nature is a little taste of what God is. And when you feel the rays of the sun tingling on your skin, that, my friends, is what God feels like. You see, God isn't some mysterious force hidden from you. God is the mystery force hidden within you, outside of you, and everywhere you look. God is the very essence of life itself, the Alpha and the Omega, altering the very fabric of reality through the organs of sound, frequency, and vibration.